Welcome back, everybody. Hope you are all doing well today. It is almost time for our last little push. We have got to talk to our ghost friend here and find out what we can do about getting ready for our final epic battle. Also need to see about cooking something. I don't think I have anything. I've got the sashimi, the poop. So I need to get me either a cucumber squid or a sand blowfish, either one. Okay. Let's talk to him at it. Hey, Agorius, got a minute? No, I'm busy calculating my tax returns. It's time to assault the ruin and clean up the last part of the curse. Why now? Because I need to hunt a dragon, and you said there's one in that ruin. Always a happy afterthought. What can I say? I needed a good excuse to get into the dark dungeon and awaken a fire-breathing monster. And your grand motivation must be one of your ridiculous cooking contests. Yes, with some nuance. Must be some pretty loud nuance. If I don't win this contest, it's very likely that the Lucerians will drag me away and chop my head off. Stop pretending you are not listening from behind the walls, you old curmudgeon snoop. You're treating the family curse with disrespect, Zest. You keep saying curse. It's more of a monumental mess you caused trying to get down there. It was worth it. All my life amounts to this discovery. We are talking about answers on the divine scope, Zest, straight from the era of myth. Why are you so obsessed with the era of myth, though? Why do you expect to find answers so far away in the past? Because I've seen what's buried in there with my own eyes. During my years of sea exploration, I found, guess I have to call it a ruin, for lack of a better word, and there I discovered the Rod of Domination. I spent decades learning how to use it. Turns out it has the power over trinkets of the ancients, and time got access to some of it. Summoning and commanding prodigies like the Underdigger, controlling the minds of lesser beings like the spiders. Child's play with that rod. But all of those were mere crumbs. I needed greater artifacts. I tried to return to the old ruin with my new knowledge to test the rod with the marvels I was forced to abandon. Alas, it would seem like the sea swallowed that damn island. So I looked for another ruin and located one right here. Still nothing compared to the one on that island, but it's definitely from the era of myth and is said to lead to the halls of the gods. There's something big awaiting down there. If the rod can do such wonders with the small trinkets I found, what it could be able to do with what we find in a whole temple would be legendary, Zest. I spent years carefully unearthing the place without harming it. Spent my energy protecting it from bandits and greedy souls. By the time the ruin was accessible, I only had enough money to hire a small group of adventurers to explore it with the promise of treasure. And I'm not talking a treasure of power, I'm talking about a treasure in the form of answers. I'm looking for a fundamental breakthrough on our understanding of the world. I guess that understands why he got killed with all those things in the head when they found out there was no money and just answers. This will be worth every single sacrifice I've made, hence the importance to get back into the ruin. Back? Yes, I was down there once already. It's where I died. Did you see the dragon? Didn't reach the dragon at all. The adventurers I had just reached the main chamber, then everything went black. I assume the ceiling collapsed. I see. On an unrelated question, did you make many background tests on those adventurers you hired? I trusted my gut. Why? Never mind. But you're a spirit now. Can't you just float down there? I've tried, but the barrier's so potent, not even incorporeal beings like me can get in. I went overboard making sure I'd be able to keep the ruin safe, and now I can't undo what I did. Why? The magical seal is tuned to my blood. Only a true member of the Wellstrom family can dispel it. That's why I prepared a very complex spell so that my soul was bound to the painting. Barrier would arise in the event of my death, and arranged in my will that my descendants would be summoned to this place. But none of them came. They even sold the villa to some random peasant. Ungrateful little brats. Yes, how dare they not be good puppets? Youth these days. People should be curious about their roots. Maybe they knew about them more than you think. That's why they didn't come. Yeah, keep twisting the knife. Hey, you should be proud. This means your descendants are not idiots. You look like the kind of person who would value that. Meager consolation, considering the object of my obsession is out of my reach. Maybe your expectations are a bit too high? It's all I have left, Zest. If I manage to find some facet of a cosmic truth down there, I'll accept my death a happy man. I thought the truth was kind of thing that got revealed to you when you died. You know, in the afterlife and all that. When my spirit was released from my body, it flew straight into the painting. No stops. I know as much about the afterlife as you do. I'm not even the first to do something like this. Then why don't you just, I don't know, destroy the painting and see what's beyond if you're so curious? Same reason why you turn the lights on before stepping into a dark room. Because you don't want to hit your spectral pinky on the table leg? So to say. Besides, damn, if everyone with metaphysical concerns was to follow your advice, we'd run out of philosophers in a week. Where you see a problem, others might see solutions. I heard pretty much the same joke regarding pantologists. Oh, fine, okay, so there's a barrier, no problem. And Finnegan ate your other magical barrier for breakfast. I'll just go talk to them. You keep hanging out with those maniacs and see what happens. You're not that bad. They'll eventually make a huge mess again, and then the angry mob is going to remember who was hanging out with them. I've been chased by mobs before. Suit yourself. However, that little triangle won't be enough to face a dragon. You need an airship. An airship. Noted. And a powerful weapon. We have a golem. Powerful as the guy is, dragons are magical creatures. The beam won't be that effective on it. You need a cannon. A powerful, armor-piercing, magicka-powered cannon. Very well. I'll keep that in mind. I know where to get one. Once you gather the three things, we'll meet at the entrance of the ruin. I still don't think we'll get through the barrier, but better to be ready in case of unexpected success. Is there any extra room in the painting? Just in case something goes wrong. Back off, squatter. Alright. Got him taken care of. Go ahead. Oh. Say before we hunt anything, I'm gonna go check food. Ooh. I still like that money. I still think we can do better. How are y'all doing? All right, you got enough food. Milk. You got enough for today at least. You got enough for 2 more days. All right, you got enough for 2 more days. All right. Don't look at the cows like that, please. Don't like the way you're staring. It makes me nervous. You got too many eyes to be staring at the other livestock like that. At least we got a good amount of eggs. Starting to get a good amount of that saved up. That's good. Like I said, worst case scenario, I can keep buying stuff for the spider and chunk his butt in the instantly pate. We're at 39,000. It was 50. All right. Hold on. Before I do this, let's see. Recruit the mages. Recruit someone with a flying machine. All right. I knew it was going to be too easy. Shift. Birch. Let's go. I'll make sure we get this all done today. Thank you, Spec. Hey, Valerica. Hey, you finally managed to get it right. What's up? Well, a lot. You see, recently we were involved in a little... Yeah, you have a duel with the Festomancers coming. Everyone knows. I see. Saves a lot of explaining. That's good. Too much talk lately. I'll be happy to help you out, and I'm sure the jerks downstairs will insist on helping as well. Why? Because if there's one thing they despise more than independent mages, it is successful independent mages. This might be true, but technically we shouldn't get involved in this one. Why? Festive practitioners like the Festomancers help normalize the use of magic amongst the population. One of the main necessities of the imperative is bringing humanity to fully embrace magic. So having a couple of mages as the leaders of cuisine is a fortunate situation. Might bring people to see magic as a less of a threat. A lie, of course. Magic is still a dangerous and powerful force, but at least they help bring people closer to accepting it. So you can't help? Well, might be a bit frowned upon by our superiors, but we can argue that the Festomancers have become too elitist and are a counterproductive or something like that. Deep down, most Infinigun mages kind of hate them, so I don't think anyone will complain if we lend you a hand. Great. So, what is it then? I need to hunt a dragon. I've been told I can find one in the ruins near my home. I need some help to overcome the magical barriers. You're crazy. Hey, that's quite something coming from them, Zest. You should be proud of yourself. I thought you could help. I've seen you vaporize an unspeakable horror with a finger snap. Literally. A dragon is a very different matter, Zest. Last time the Infinigon fought one of those, our criterion had to get pretty extreme. So you want help? Fortunately, it's very unlikely that there's a dragon in those ruins, so we'll humor you and dispel the barrier. Might find something interesting in there. Fantastic then. We'll meet at the ruin. Alright, so they're on board? Yes? Yes. So flying machine and a powerful weapon. Alright, so cat guy. And then we'll head down to the docks. So hopefully they could strap balloons to the ship, I guess. I mean, that would work. You know, if I got the stars and everything up on everyone, I wonder how much I would be making a day. Hey, Zest. Good to see you. Hi, Hydriv. I was wondering if you could lend me a hand. Say no more. It's about the grand combat against those mages. Well, yes, it is. Of course we'll help you out, Zest. We've been wanting those Posicians removed from their throne for years now. How fitting that a friend of ours is going to be the one to do it. And that we'll be helping. Glad to see some enthusiasm. What do you want us to do then? We're going to hunt a dragon. That would be a pretty direct way to fight global warming, don't you think? Ooh. You're crazy, but we'll help you out if you come up with a decent plan. Well, you know what they say about people who follow crazy people around? That they might be waiting for an excuse to stop following them? Okay, point taken. We'll meet at my place when I have everything ready. Alright. Now we just need to get... I wonder what would happen if I attempted this without... Or if I could attempt this without. You know, it does... No. It still looks the same. Get out of my way or pluck you. Like, things are kind of neater, but I don't think they are. Hey, Captain. Zest, good to see you. Nice of you to keep docking at the old port. I'd admit, this district has gained a lot of spirit lately. It has become one of our favorites when in the Gulf. I'm glad this has kept you coming back, because I have a little favor to ask. Shoot. Funny you say that, because I need to borrow your Temperian Wrath Cannon I helped you with. It's a most dangerous piece of artillery, Zest. Are you planning to start a revolution? No, not quite. I'm planning to hunt a dragon. I have so many questions, I don't know where to start. I can imagine. I'll leave it at one. Is this a life or death matter? Pretty much. Very well then. but we can't simply lend you the cannon. It's too dangerous to leave in an inexperienced hands. I'll talk to the crew. We'll join the hunt ourselves. Fantastic. Thank you, Captain. Well, my lad, I have been longing to shoot down a dragon since I saw one burn the capital and half the fleet to a crisp. I guess it's a bit of a personal vengeance as well. Irrational? True. And a bit childish. Alas, we are only human. Here's hoping that we don't get to watch another city burn. Alright, so I got everybody. Just making sure there's no scrolling there. Alright. Actually, no. Birch, you stay right there. Since we got to go back anyway. Well, I want to buy a few things. I will take the puffer. All right. Whoop. Hit shift. Tally ho, Birch. We will cook. We will eat. We will hunt us a dragon. As with all good quests, I'm pretty sure we'll get at least a little bit of experience, and I'd hate to waste it. Wasn't lazy though. I'd go ahead, since I've got the other ingredients, would upgrade my stuff to use the, what is it? The legendary crab stuff. There. There we go. All right. First. All of it out. Go. Then you're good with that. Let's go with Surimi. Boom. There we go. And yummy is served. Should at least hit 44. I actually almost hit 45. Okay. All right, let's go dragon hunting. Now Birch is like, oh, you ate, where's mine? Say Chush Birch or chickens on the menu. Doo-doo. All right, let's do this. Thank you for coming, everyone. As you know, today we're going to hunt a dragon. What's the plan? The plan is simple. First, the Infinigon is going to get rid of the magical seal. They won't be able to. It's anything like the one in the crypt. Your magical flux matrix was out of date. Must have been very impressive 100 years ago, but not in this day and age. You think so, eh, geeks? Despair was powered by my own death. You'll have a very bad day if you try a brute force approach. I bet it won't last for 5 minutes. We don't even need to be careful this time. It will be quite a spectacle when the ward bounces all that arrogance right back in your face. Let's get back to the plan. Once the doors open, Agorius, the Infinigon, and I will head into the ruin and shoot the dragon out. Then Hadriv and Petronius should be ready to... Wait a minute. What do you mean, shoo the dragon out? Well, I guess we'll startle it so it'll leave the dungeon? Can you elaborate on that? We might cause some ruckus, or maybe lure it out somehow. So your plan is something like the lines of facing a 16-ton fire-breathing lizard, rubbing your fingers together and going pss, 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 pss. Ow? He wasn't talking to you, kiddo. Well, a triangle of the Infinigon will be down there as well. I'm sure we'll come up with something. Wouldn't worry too much. Don't know what we'll find down there, but it won't be a dragon at all. Why not? Dragons may be quite magical, but they are not demons. They can't survive locked underground for Temporus knows how many centuries. Could be an undead dragon? Why are you so convinced that there's ever been a dragon down there anyway? Look at that statue, man. There has to be a dragon. The Imperial Palace has a statue of a lion in the courtyard. That doesn't mean there's a lion waiting inside. There totally was a lion, though. There was a lion in the Imperial Palace? For 2 or 3 weeks at least. It was so the sculptor could have a reference for the statue. We were part of the expedition who captured it in Zun and brought it to the palace. Couldn't they have used a drawing? She did use a drawing. So, well, the drawing artist needed a reference as well. Taxpayer money at its best. That's not the point anyway. The lion statue was not there to pay homage to the blasted lion. How do you know? Maybe they grew fond of him? I'm sure they did, but they didn't build the statue to show there was a lion inside. But there was for 2 or 3 weeks. The statue was there because there was a lion inside. So you're saying that they erected a statue of the lion they used as a model for the statue in order to commemorate the fact that the lion was in the palace while they were sculpting the statue. No, wait, he's got a point. He's talking about casual necessity, not intent. If there hadn't been a lion in the building, there wouldn't be any lion statue. So the lion being in the building was a necessity in order to have the statue. Ergo, the statue proves the lion. Casual necessity, my ass. They could have bought a lion statue in Krovos instead of dragging a poor cat halfway across the world. But it wouldn't be that statue. Even so, the statue is not there to imply there was a living lion in the palace, even if there had been a lion inside at some point. We could say there was a symbolic lion, though, as in the emperor or his authority or something like that. Fine, if we find a symbolic dragon, we'll exercise some symbolic caution to protect ourselves from its symbolic danger. Fair enough. Just in case the dragon is not a symbolic, what do we do? Oh, well, when it comes out of the ruin, Hardriv and his guys will be waiting. They will shoot the dragon down using their airships. You want to take a dragon down using an aero taxi? Oh, we're not using the Sputnik for this. We've got something far more fitting for the occasion. Uh-oh. Am I going to be right? Oh, boo. That reminds me of the original, was it the whale airship from, was it Final Fantasy 3? Maybe 2? Behold the prosaic, the ultimate response against global warming. You loaded the Magicka-powered cannon into that thing? Yes. You installed a Magicka-powered cannon at the side of a non-Magicka-powered flying ship. Yes. You realize that if you shoot it as it is, you will establish a new world record for most consecutive barrel rolls in history. That might be a fair point. We may want to move the cannon to the front. Prancers and arachnophobes teaming up. You pose more danger to yourselves than any dragon would. Hey. Jala, don't be a jerk. I'm sure they worked real hard to build that flying thing. Hard enough to make it fly without resorting to your damn crystals. It shows. We'll show you all right by taking down a dragon with it. I'm sure you will be able to take care of any dragons we encounter today. We'll even pretend you're not using a magical cannon. Damn it, Jala. Tone down your snarkiness, will you? You're going to get us chased out of another village. Okay, okay. We didn't come here to insult each other. Let's just go to the seal. You guys prepare the ship and stand by. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, I think that was a ghost. So you're as surprised about this as we are? Why didn't you comment on it? Don't know why didn't you comment on it. Everyone was so natural about the whole thing that it felt inappropriate. Well, I guess it would be awkward to bring it up now. Let's see what we have here. You won't be able to dismantle it. I bet we won't need to deviate from the standard procedure. Keep bragging, you're only sweetening the anticipation of your imminent failure. Well, we do have some bragging rights, and Finnegan has breached into so many magically protected dungeons that we have developed a pretty effective methodology. Zest, please stop poking at the glyph. It could be dangerous. Move out of the way so we can proceed with an initial Magicka scan. Then we'll determine what kind of equipment is needed. Sure. Don't take it too bad, okay? The fact that you managed to construct a seal that lasted so long is quite impressive. You don't take it too bad when you can't open it. That thing is tied to my blood and nothing other than that shall open it. Yeah. Well, it's not like we were going to follow the rules. Julius, carry on with a preliminary scan. It's like someone didn't account for entropic decay when casting his dramatic self-sacrificial spell. I so did account for entropic decay. Yeah, right. And I'm sure you also used a recursive resonadium crystal to keep the loop active. I used 2. No reason to be ashamed. You did well for an independent mage. Hey, and the part that bound you to the painting seems to have worked pretty well, eh? And it's still holding. So spooky. Don't you dare patronize me. Not everyone was lucky enough to have the Imperial Treasury funding their every whim. The Imperial Treasury is just history now. Pretty much like your ward. Ooh. Look at the right side of Gorus. At least the path is open, eh? Huzzah. How deep can these stairs go? It feels like we've been here for hours. We're almost there. We're pretty close to where I lost consciousness. Oh. Is that you? It would seem so. You seem surprised to see your remains, considering you must have known what went down in here. I always thought I died because of a cave-in. Or like you got carved in. Hey, it's his corpse, for the love of Temporis. Give the man a rest. Being jerky is one thing, but that right now was a bit into monster territory, Jala. All right. Sorry about your, loss. It's all right. I'm kind of used to it at this point. I'm not thrilled to discover that my hirelings betrayed me, but at least they were trapped in here by the ward when the spell kicked in. Serves them right. So, is there a dragon around? There was a dragon in the room. You wouldn't need to ask, but let's take a look. Little light, please. Low Stargate? Well, what do we have here? A portal. This is what I've been looking for all my life, a gate to the realm of the gods. Finally, answers are at hand. You've been looking for this all your life? And part of my own life? Yes, well worth it for a truly revolutionary discovery. Oh boy, you really haven't been paying much attention for the last few decades, have you? I've been quite isolated for the last century. Being a disembodied spirit doesn't do wonders for your social life. Well, I'm sorry, but I'll need to be blunt. Finding like this portal would have been revolutionary. About 20 years ago. What? What do you mean? About 15 years ago, these things started coming out of the ground all around the world. They began spewing all kinds of monsters. Monsters? Very aggressive. They overran the Temperian Empire and started going after everyone else. It was grim. For a while, it felt like it was the end. Eventually, we managed to solve the situation. It's a long story. So, you mean there's not any meaningful answers behind this gateway? If anything, they've generated one hell of a lot of questions. But we can tell you that those portals are pretty much common knowledge now. Then, all was pointless. It's one of the reasons the Infinigon frowns upon solitary research and wizards keeping petty secrets. Yes, the generous Infinigon, you are very good at sharing knowledge within the borders of your own organization. We classify dangerous knowledge to protect the general public. No, you do it because it gives you power. You don't care about the protecting the people. You care about your damn imperative. They're one and the same. So you say, of course, this way you might convince a few poor sods to surrender their lifelong efforts to you and to step aside while you reap the results of their hard work and sacrifice. This is about ego, then. Your findings would have created a new field of research 100 years before the disaster. Your name and merit would have been in the history books. The desperate stand could have been a joke. Instead, all your knowledge and breakthroughs died with you, and what could have been a revolutionary discovery is now obsolete. All because you expected to be the only one to find what? True immortality? Godhood? I'm sorry, but I think you're being unfair. Oh, really? Then what was he after? Answers, like everyone else. But we all look for answers in our own way. There's no standardizing form to find meaning to life, and you certainly have no rights to monopolize human curiosity. For a bunch of people who constantly claim to be defending humanity, you sure can be obtuse when it comes to understanding it. You could have put all that effort at the service of a greater cause. We would have all benefited from it. How do you know that? Maybe within your organization, he would have achieved all those things you're saying. Or maybe his spirit would have withered and he would have become a useless chump. His life path brought him to the verge of a world-changing discovery. He played by his own rules and it set him on the right track. And I'm pretty sure that he was on the right track because he played by his own rules. Maybe within the Infinigon, he would have been pushing papers all his life instead. He found his path and followed it through. It just happened to be a solitary path, but it was his to follow. The way I see it, it's pretty much all that can be asked of us. I might owe you an apology. Save it. I'm no saint. You don't need to feel sorry for me. And thank you, Zest, but that doesn't change the fact that I gambled and lost everything. But enough pity. You should focus on your own struggle. You still need that dragon. You did say there was a dragon down here, but I don't see any trace of that thing, or any trace of the thing. And I didn't lie. What I learned from this place implied there was a gate to a world where the dragons and the gods reside. As far as I understand, it's related to the portal. Don't know about the gods, but some of these portals have been known to bring dragons into our world. Yes. However, they all shut down after that mess years ago. Even partial reactivation or reactivating one requires immense amount of work and magical energy. It's not something we can do, at least not without a grand scale effort, and will simply not be approved, not for a cooking tournament. Is it the only way? Well, it's either that or we use a control artifact from the original creators of the portal, which have never been found. While the portals themselves are common, controlling them effectively is currently impossible. That would be one hell of a breakthrough. I see. Not quite the triumph I was expecting. Zest, I trust you are carrying the artifact with you. The artifact? Wait, are you implying that you have a Zynthian control device? Well, Agorius found this wand long ago. He says that, don't point that thing at the... Uh-oh. They're taking a while. Maybe the mages were right and there's no dragon after all. Perhaps it's for the better. Wait, that was Dear Temporis. We've seen this before back at the Capitol. This one felt a bit different. Yeah, maybe. Maybe the timing, or maybe this time nothing will... Hello. Hey, they moved the cannon. The dragon. It's the dragon. Keep it in sight. Get ready to fire the cannon. We've got it in it. We've got it in the sights. Wait for it to get closer. Oh dear Lord. Steady. Steady. Fire. Uh-oh. It doesn't work. What? That shockwave must have messed up the magic field. The dragon! Wait, what's going on up there? Are they fighting a dragon? Not our problem, at least not yet, but this leaves the house unguarded. Let's use this chance to recover the book. God dang mages and your contraptions. Do something, damn it. We're a blasted witch. Fix this. I'm trying, but this is Infinigon tech. I'm a bit in the dark here. Why didn't we stay on the ground? We could have stayed on the ground. I'm going to throw up. I think I fixed the cannon. Turn to face the dragon. Wait, you idiots, you're going to kill us all. I don't think they even know we're here. We have a clear shot. Fire. Uh-oh. Right down Main Street. Well, that was a mighty stellar performance. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. For a plan to come together, you need an actual plan to begin with. I'm going to call for reinforcements. We need at least 2 octagons of vectors to handle this. Are you sure we actually need them? I mean, look at the thing. Seems to be more confused than aggressive. You mean the dragon is not hostile? Would have expected a bit more fire breathing, that's for sure. Maybe this one is not like the one we found during the desperate stand? You know, it's not determined to kill everything in sight. I see. So we might be able to come up with some way to handle it peacefully. Maybe domesticate it? What did he say? He says you're crazy. You speak Nyarian? Just taking a wild guess. Well, we've got to do something. Brute force didn't go very well. Maybe there could be a way to try peaceful solution for a change. I'm all for being optimistic, but wrapping a flower garland around that thing's neck might be a bit tricky. Have faith. Come to the magic shop. Maybe we'll find a solution. Let's pray to Temporus that thing doesn't decide to start a barbecue. Yeah, to Temporus of all people. What? Nothing. See you at the shop. You say while we don't see it flying. I don't see it standing guard over there. Okay. Spec, you didn't see or hear anything, my man. Just keep doing the good job. So glad this isn't pushing time on hard. So, any luck? Yes. New item of Dragon's Nest. We have devised an improvised dragon nest. Here, have the blueprints. Dragon nest? It's not a giant parrot, Valerica. Give the thing a try. We used some harmony crystals and loaded them with soothing enchantments. It just might work. I can't see how it would make anything worse. Yeah, but I'm still requesting a force of vectors just to be extra sure. Have some faith, Zorvan. My faith will be stronger with a force of battle mages supporting it. In any case, we'll need to dig the control rod from the wreckage of the ruins. That thing is important. By the way, have you seen your ghost again? Still hasn't shown up, and the ruins are even more ruinous now, so I can't go look for him. I'm a bit worried. I'm sure you haven't seen the last of him. Looked like a tough bone to crack. Oof. But that shockwave, it messed with the magic of fields. The cannon enchantments were all warped. He may have been dispelled? Spirits are not something that can be dispelled. However, the enchantment that kept him bound to this world, I don't know, Zest. We'll have to wait this one out and hope for the best. Okay, I'll focus on the dragon for now. Wait, what? I don't have a dragon egg. That must be the next thing. I need to build a dragon nest and use it to obtain a dragon egg that I can show to the crew. Which crew? Ship crew, my crew, and Finnegan crew. I know that wasn't that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wasn't that one of the things on the side? Okay, yeah. Bring samples. Okay, so he'll want the egg, study it, yada yada yada. Then he'll probably give it back. Actually, do I have to do it out here? All right. What do you? Whoa! Hold on. What do we need here? Special wood planks, silk rope, 6 eggs. Jeez. Put food in the feeder and call the dragon. Maybe it will give you some delicious presents or eat you. Yeah. Put that up so I can run faster. And it did give me a little bit of money. All right. Let's poke my head in here. Hope I don't get. Oh, okay. So how much do you want to fix this one, Jesus? Congratulations on making the ruins safer. You can help clean up the junk and expand your building space. 30K? Yeah, no. I mean, I could, but actually, if cleaning up would allow me to put a door here, I'd put all the animals in there. And maybe out in here, if I fix this up, I'd put the summons kind of around it and the the happy barbecue next to it. I need some supplies, boys. Needed 6 of these. 2, 4, 6. What else was it? It was the wood, the weird wood, silk rope. 5 silk rope, right? Yeah. And what are you going to require for the weird thing? The heck is a Gomera shield? Wait. Spider, unicorn. All right, since I don't have it, it's not showing to me. I was hoping it would actually tell me what it's going to require so I could start saving up stuff. I don't see anything. Oh. Alright. So you want me to do that? I've got to get the rope. Let's see. For Concordia, I need to have 5 well balanced and powerful dishes ready for the guards. Alright. Port League, that league, Nyarian League. Alright, maybe I need for Concordia? Because I need the shell to do at least that. Is the rope? Oh, rope was in here. Okay, so I can get the ropes in here from the spider silk. Gamorrean shell. All right, that one I will go look up so that way I don't have any spoilers. Next time we will see about getting our dragon on and getting him happy. I will have to look up the Gamoria shield. But next time, dragon time, and depending on how much stuff I need to get, I should have the money. So I will just probably buy a whole bunch of the high-end stuff, and we'll just go into the final battle. And depending on what they want, we might instantly forfeit. Since it's the final battle and not one of the other ones, it'll let us come back. So that'll be the plan. I'll get this stuff farmed up, and depending on how long it takes me to get this between the silk and getting the stuff to keep the animals well fed and going for a while, I might have the business upgrade too. And we will simply go from there and hopefully get our dragon, knock out a whole bunch of these little, well, not these final three, which I do need to work on. I'm not doing. And I will go ahead and get, I'll think up a recipe. Should be easy enough for 50 and all this. I could probably go to the restaurant and look at a few, but I'll go from there. Say deliver crate 50 plus in all of them. So yeah, easy enough. So until then, I hope you all have a good day, good afternoon, whichever the case might be. And until next time, I shall see you all on the flip side.